Hey guys, it's GP Streams here once again, back with another episode of this Pixel Overlord. So I played this game for almost a week and I already re-rolled for 3 times. And by searching, I have found this tier list and it was shared to me by Coco Smackdown. So before so much ado, let's begin with the tier list, but let's have a look first at my champions and the gameplay of this game. So these are currently the champions that I use, guys, heroes or champions. So I have here, this is a Fear. Okay, he is a melee type and a seal chase drain. And next I have here Anna. Wow. And then we have here also Executor. These were beginner heroes, guys, or beginner champions. And we have here Hell. Hell is a very decent for beginners to use. And then I have here Baldur, Beatrix, and also my healer, that would be Lucina. So this is my tank, guys. This is Strobe, and this is somehow a wind type. So we have elements here. So this is water, fire, wind. We have light and dark. So this is the gameplay of this guy. So we can move around. Take a look at that. And this is like a pixel-based game, gacha game rather. Okay. So this is the gameplay of the fight by clearing the stages. Take a look at that. Wow. Looks nice. And we have some ultimate skills also. Wow. So currently this is a stage 40 plus, I think, or 50 plus, and my current CP here is 81,000 already. And we have here also some other game modes, guys. For example, on this battle we have here the Oz Tower, in which you can challenge these towers. And next we have here some daily trials, in which you can gain here some essentials, like for example XP. And we have here also some shards, and this is gold and breakthrough crystals. And also we have here elven dusts. And of course this is the amulet search. And we have here on town some gifts and rewards, and you can also play this for free to play. Guys, this is a free to play player friendly game, and you can do some free gold here. Okay, so let's tackle about this on my next game, but this video is solely purpose on the tier list. So let's proceed to the tier list, guys. So guys, this is currently the tier list, and we have lots of heroes here. I did not include here the father heroes. So first, let's begin with the lower tier, and we have here, okay, this is Jinfu. Okay, so Jinfu overall C plus to B minus, and in PvP she is a C plus, PvE that's C, and on guild boss that would be B. So the notes of this is that buff focus support that suffers because she is a single target hero or champion. She has a great AoE attack boost and with a high single target heal, but falls short because most of her abilities are single target. Next, that would be Fyodor. So Fyodor overall is a B minus, in PvP B minus, and then PvE C plus, and also in guild that is a C plus. So this Fyodor is a self-buffing DPS and has a first row and the second row active that deals damage and lowers crit. A single target ability that buffs her attack and the crit damage. A self-attack boost every turn. So really is not that bad, but you need a lot of star levels in order for this Fyodor to make it more decent in battles. So guys, next that would be Lucelle. So Lucelle, the same with Fyodor and Jinfu. Lucelle is also a water type. So overall we have here B minus, and on PvP B minus, also on PvE that is a C plus, and on guild boss that would be C minus. So it debuffs or she is a debuffer focused DPS character, good at reducing enemy healer effectiveness, but not much else. Has a turn 1 recovery debuff on all enemies, an AoE that reduces speed and deals damage, and has also a chance to stop enemies from reviving. It would be rated higher, but her debuffs are low chance to work and she does not deal that much damage. So this is about Lucelle. Okay, next guys, we have here Hotaru. So Hotaru is a wind type. Overall B minus, PvP B, and on PvE B minus, and on guild that would be B minus. So I will revise this tier list, guys, so that it will be easy for you to navigate. But as of the moment, this will be our first tier list. So armor breaking support character has a great AoE attack boost and heal, And at the first and second row damage ability that lowers defense, overall, she is not bad and can be decent in physical teams. Next guys, that would be Lucine. So Lucine overall is a C, PvP, that's C, PvE C, and Guild Boss, that would be C-. So a range type DPS that steals buffs and probably worst legend character in the game. Has a good active and deals AoE and steals buff too, but it only steals one from 3 enemies. So the first active skill is unreliable and it deals a low damage, and the passive ability is practically useless. So next we will go to this hero that would be the Pain. So overall it's A-, and PvP that would be B+, PvE B, and Guild Boss that would be A. So this the Pain is a water type, a single target DPS, and does more damage to frozen enemies, and has also lifesteal on his active. Wow. And next guys, we have here Kitort. So Kitort overall is a B+, and on PvP B+, also PvE that would be B, and on Guild Boss that would be B. So a decent defender that stacks demonic marks and does AoE protect and also stun. Wow. So we have here also, you can read these descriptions also guys, or notes later on. So next, that would be Hell. So Hell is quite a decent hero to use for beginners, and overall that's B, PvP B, PvE B, and Guild Boss that would be B. So a single target DPS that does more damage to supports, and uses it active again, it kills the target and does more damage to burn targets. And this hero falls off in the mid game, but great in early game paired with another burn unit. Next guys, that would be Marco. So this Hell is a fire, Marco is a fire. So we have here overall B+, and we have here in PvP that will be B+, and on PvE B+ also, and on Guild that will be B+. So this Marco guys has an AoE attack boost and a first and second row active that can remove buffs, and a buff that burns enemies who attack allies. Next, that would be Ana. So Ana is a B+, and PvP B+, PvE B+, and in Guild that would be B. So this Ana guys is great in early game defender that is great in stacking of burns. Wow. So I also use this Ana. And next we have your Strobe. So Strobe is a B+ to A tier, and on PvP B+, and PvE that is a B+ also, and then Guild that is B+. So she is good also on early mid game defender that can protect her allies and lower enemies defense. Next, we have here, this is a Minamoto. So Minamoto is a mythic type hero. So overall, that is A to A+, and on PvP, that's A+, PvE A, and on Guild Boss, that would be A. So she is a solid DPS with a decent survivability, and she really shines on fire team because of the burns on her kit or skills description. Next, another fire type that is a mythic, that would be Vidar. So Vidar is an A to A+ with a PvP A+, and PvE that is A, and on Guild Boss that would be A+. So another character that really needs to be on the fire team to shine. So you can tandem her with Minamoto, and also with Hell, and also Marco. So next guys, that would be Kurif. So overall that is A. On PvP A, we have on PvE, this is A also, and on Guild Boss A+. A good DPS character that synergizes with controlled characters. So has a single target ability that does percent damage to max HP. So next, we have your Ymir. So Ymir is a wind type. So overall, that is A+, and PvP A+. PvE, that is A, and Guild Boss, that would be A+. So a very decent single target DPS character. So it targets the lowest health enemies, and also gives a turn 1 attack boost to herself and deals more damage to enemies with less speed. So next guys, this is also a mythic and a wind type, that is Phryxus. So overall, she is A, PvP A, PvE A, Guild Boss that is also A. So with good buffing support, A+ tier in forest teams, and increases damage taken by enemies and makes hitting debuffs more easier. So it has also an AoE defense boost and a reincarnation on the highest attack ally. So next, I'm using this guy's Landspear. So she is a mythic. Overall A+ PvP A+, PvE A, Guild Boss A also. So he is great in backline focused DPS guys and does more damage to range type enemies and has a single target that hits low health enemies and does more damage if they are in very low HP. So next we have here Taijus. So Taijus, okay, overall that is A, PvP that is A+, and on PvE A, and guild boss that would be A. So a single burst target DPS and you want to put him in the front row and give him lifesteal talisman. So this is very decent hero guys to put in the front row. So he has also cleanse, crit buff, and damage reduction buff for one turn to himself. Next that would be True Ones. Okay, this True Ones guys is a light type hero and overall that is A+, PvP A, PvE A, and in guild boss S+. So she is a support defender that lowers the defense and does max HP damage if her passive stacks are triggered by crit damage on the enemy. So next, that would be Alice. So Alice is an A+, PvP, A+, PvE A, guild boss A. So buff focus support with the buff removal, AoE attack and crit boost, and also magic damage reduction. That is her kit. So moving upward, so we have here some decent heroes to build. And this is very, very hard to build, guys. So we have here Atalda. Atalda is an S+, on PvP, PvE S+, and guild boss that would be S. So she's a great defender that can also be a DPS for your team. So next guys, we have here Kusiki. So Kusiki on PvP, that would be S, PvE S, guild boss S. So she is a DPS debuffer that dispels enemy buffs and converts them to burns, and she must have on the fire team, just like the same with Minamoto and Vidar. Okay, next that would be Alex. So Alex is a mythical type hero too, and she's a water type. On PvP, S+, PvE S, and guild boss that would be S, and she is a great defender that does it all. So she protects her highest attack ally and also has a very strong guaranteed counter. So next guys, that would be Grindal. So Grindal is a water type, and on PvP S, and on PvE that would be S+, and on guild boss that would be A. So a great AoE damage dealer that will carry you throughout the early game. And she buffs your team speed and lowers the enemy speed, and also has an AoE freeze that have a very high success. Okay, next that would be San Ana. So San Ana, PvP S, PvE S, and on guild boss that would be A. So best pure healer in the game, has a very useful low cooldown, AoE damage reduction buff for allies that boost recovery and heals. So next guys, that would be Mondebis. So PvP that would be S+, PvE S+, and guild boss that would be S+. Best character in the game guys. So I think this hero is very, very hard to get. And her pursuit abilities allows her to attack every time your team does. So up to 2 times for each character, functions every game mode and DPS, and scales like crazy. So this is a very must-get hero here, but difficult to get or difficult to acquire. So next that would be Kaku. So Kaku, okay, PvP S, PvE S, guild boss S. Okay, slept on a character. So all of her active skills are AoE, and she has a great debuff on both and effectively stuns the enemies and deals 15% of her attack every time an enemy is hit. So next, that would be Holder. So Holder is an S+, and on PvE S, and and guild boss that would be S. So a fantastic DPS that does more damage to defenders and also does more damage to enemies who are in low HP. So great AoE active that debuffs recovery and high damage to single target abilities. And it also buffs her own crit. And this Holder guys is a dark type. Next guys, that would be Myphos to Phils. So she is an S tier in PvP, PvE S, and a guild boss that is A. So a good healer, buffer, and debuffer, and has also a very decent AoE heal that can add up a barrier. So next guys, that would be Tinesis. So Tinesis, PvP, that would be S+, PvE S, on guild boss that would be A+. So this is a fantastic dark support and has an AoE heal and that boosts attack and crit. And finally, we have here the last one that would be Irion Doniel. So PvP, that would be A+ to S, and on PvE A+, and guild boss that would be A. So so guys, it says here that they haven't seen this Hero Max out yet. So you can read the description of this. So guys, I put the link of this tier list on the description, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. This is the initial tier list, and this will be revised later on as we play the game. So guys, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.